Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and happy Saturday as we come in on a great day for baseball as the Billings Royals have made their way to town to take on the Missoula Mavericks. And it's a little bit of a slow start time. The Royals ended up having vehicle issues on the way in to Missoula, so they have a little bit later start as they had just some few little issues here, and we get ready to go. The umpires have made their way out, and we will go ahead and jump into our starting lineups for today's game. Starting off with the Billings Royals, starting lineup. Number 1, Michael Moorhead will lead things off. He is the center fielder. Number 6, Connor Hunter will bat second. He's going to be at the shortstop position. The DH, number 13, Brian Yearn will bat number 3. Batting fourth is number 7, Cole Miller, the catcher. The third baseman, Brendan Conception, will bat fifth. He's number 11. Number 9, Ethan Opp. That is the left fielder, batting sixth. Batting seventh, number 20, Brendan Miller. He's the first baseman. Hanging out in right field is number 19, Noah Oftengarden. He's batting eighth and running up the order. Number 18, Jaden Jordal. So that is your starting lineups for today's game. On the Billings Royals side, for the Missoula Mavericks, leading things off, and just to back off to the Royals, number 23, Dan Blanchard, will be the pitcher for today's game. So for the Missoula Mavericks, leading off, it is the second baseman, number 11, Caden Heydrich. Number 7, Dane Frazier is the DH. Trad Richardson will bat third, and he is holding down third base. Drew Stensrud will hold down first base, batting fourth. Number 3, Brendan Hill is the center fielder, batting fifth. Number 6, Sam Busey will hang out in left field, batting sixth, and he's number 16. Number 6, Bo King is batting seventh. He is the catcher. Number 18, Parker Stevens, batting eighth, and he'll hang out in right field. The shortstop will round out the batting order, Dayton Bay, and it will be the ace, Dylan Chalmers, on the mound for the Missoula Mavericks. The Billings Royals having to make the trip over. It's a dual doubleheader, as we'll have 2 games today with the Royals, and then tomorrow we'll have 2 games with the Royals as well. Just a few moments away from our national anthem and kicking things off here as we get ready to go. Tomorrow start time, as I said, 12 p.m. for the first pitch of the first game, and a good crowd making their way in here. We want to say hello to all of the Maverick fans that are able to watch the game today, and we want to welcome in all the fans from Billings that are watching in support of the Royals. Great to have all of you in here, and very excited about the fact that we could bring you those games on a beautiful Saturday. We're going to go ahead and step aside as we honor the national anthem here at American Legion here at Lindbergh Craig Field. We'll be back right after this.
Found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash. On Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Lindbergh Craig Field. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we dial in here for our first game of two today between the Billings Royals and the Missoula Mavericks. And getting underway, our officials today. Behind the plate will be Max E. Cannon Jr. and in the field, Darren Badeau. So that's our two officials for today's game. Of course, Max being honored last weekend at the Mount Sentinel baseball fields. And field number 10 forever being in his name. The Max E. Cannon, or Cannon Field number 10. On the mound for the Mavericks to start things off will be Dylan Chalmers. Chalmers the ace as we get things rolling here. And our leadoff batter, Michael Moorhead, the center fielder. So Moorhead
leading off the center fielder, number 1,
makes
Michael
his way
Moorhead
to the plate to start the game off. Moorhead will settle in. Dylan Chalmers is ready for his first pitch. And this one's going to be pinged right out to Richardson. Throw to first, and we'll have our first out of the inning right out of the gate.
At the Missoula International Airport, 67 degrees. The shortstop,
2:15, our first pitch.
Hunter.
And we come to Connor Hunter now. So Chalmers will have the pitch, and Hunter will let it go over the plate for strike one. Royals getting tucked in. We'll actually be in Billings next weekend as the Mavericks will go over there. They'll have a game on Saturday against the Royals and the Scarlets. This one will bounce out to Chalmers. He'll have it in the glove. The throw to first, and we've got out number 2.
The designated hitter, number 13, Brady Earn.
So we come to Brady Earn now, the designated hitter, number 13. And then on Sunday next weekend, we'll have Billings and Missoula for one game, and it'll be post 22 out of Rapid City. As this one's going to be hit over the second baseman's head. This is going to put a runner in play for the Royals with one out.
The catcher, number 7.
And I've got everything backwards here, so we're going to make those changes real quick. So we'll make the changes on the scoreboard as I've got it backwards. And Cole Miller comes to the plate. Chalmers' first pitch to Miller is actually going to be a throw over to first. Keep that runner locked in over there. So 1 on with 2 outs. And Chalmers will be inside for ball 1. Hearn at first, steps away. And Chalmers will be just inside of the plate for ball 2. So Chalmers will have his first ball pitch as Max Cannon gives us our count at 2-0. Chalmers will deal, and this one will be bounced out. Picked up. No, Bay can't get to it at the shortstop, and that'll load runners on at first and second now for the Royals.
11, Brendan Concepcion.
And we come to Brendan Concepcion, the third baseman, with 2 on and 2 outs.
Commemoration. A lot of them have been that, you know. When I retire someday, I want one for my wall. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love it.
Chalmers now checks the runner at second. And a low pitch. King keeps it in front of him for ball 1. Ethan Ope in the on-deck circle. Runners take their lead. And the pitch swung on for strike 1, so we're even at 1 now on the count. Chalmers with the pitch, swung on. This is going to foul back into the backstop. And we'll go to strike 2. So Chalmers was able to, or the Mavericks were able to get the first 2 batters out. Yearn at second. And we'll have strike 3, so the Royals will load 2 on, leave them there, and the Mavericks get out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first right after this on the Missoula Pep Sports Network.
RJ Apparel.
You recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer. Give our friends at Tip Coburn and Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Pep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Missoula Mavericks first at-bat of the game. The Royals able to get 2 on, but not able to get anything out of it. And so now the Mavericks will have their at-bat. Caden Heydrich, the second baseman, will lead off. He is our leadoff batter for Game 1. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle, and Trad Richardson will go in the hole for the leadoff here. And Game 2 of today's matchup will be about 20 minutes after this one finishes up as Hydro makes his way to the plate. It is Dan Blanchard
Hathaway. And leading off for the Mavericks, the second
on the
baseman,
5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound.
Hydrick.
So Hydro to start things off here for the Mavericks. Hydro steps in and Blanchard, foot on the rubber, pitch on the way. And he'll get it over the plate for strike 1. So both pitchers coming out and dealing a strike on the first pitch. That's what you want to see. This one swung on. It's high into right field. It'll come short, though, in the glove, and the fly out will be the first out of the inning.
The designated hitter, number 7, Dane
for
Frazier.
The Mavericks. So that brings us to the DH, Dane Frazier. Frazier to settle in with Richardson in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch by Blanchard. Outside for a ball. Blanchard very quickly back into his set, wanting to roll things off. Billings coming off the bus and getting right into it here as he'll get this one over the plate, and I think that's where he wanted that first pitch to go, but Max's zone just a little tighter than that. Pitch on the way. And we get ball 2. Dane Frazier patient at the plate, and it's been a transition for him this year. And the low pitch will get us at 3-1 now.
Here we go, 7.
Frazier on the season has a 300 average with a 417 on base percentage. And Frazier thought he had the base. The Maverick fans thought he had the base, and we go to on the walk, and we go to 3-2 on the count. So Frazier will have it one more time. Here's the payoff pitch. And that will put him on first. So the Mavericks with one down will have a runner at first on the walk, and that brings us to Trad Richardson. Trad looking down the line to get the signal from Coach Hathaway, the manager of the Missoula Mavericks, as he sends his signal in. Here's the pitch, and we're outside for ball 1. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. This one's hit right at the pitcher. It's going to roll out into center field, and Richardson will add to his on-base percentage as Drew Stensrud comes up. So one down and runners at first and second now for the Mavericks. Billings getting into play a little bit later in the season. They're actually going to have some stuff going on for strikeout cancer, as Drew Stensrud, the first baseman, steps in. And Frazier nearly getting caught. Nobody there, so he gets back.
No, Stans. That's one thing about baseball. It's quantifiable. Write your own name into the lineup.
Here's the pitch. And it'll get the inside of the plate on Stensrud for strike 1. Runners at first and second step away. Richardson at first, Frazier at second. Here's the pitch. And Stensrud, they're going to call it foul as it came off the plate. And Stensrud will have strike 2. So 0-2 on the count, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Brendan Hill in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch by Blanchard. And Blanchard will actually step off. Frazier out there playing, and I love the game that's played within the game of baseball is once that runner gets on, especially at second, because you're right in the view. And the ball pitch, that's going to get away. They'll throw down the third, and safe is Frazier. Richardson will make his way to second. And we'll have ball one to Stensrud. Stensrud will be swinging and strikes out for out number 2.
Center fielder number 3, Brendan Hill.
That'll bring us to Brendan Hill with 2 on and 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Hill to settle in. Hill now in the box. And he'll let one go by for strike 1. Dan Blanchard on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound as he settles in on the rubber. Richardson at second, Frazier at third. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball 1. And time is called by Miller. He'll go out and check in with Blanchard, and very unique situation for catchers as they see the whole game, and this is actually going to bring the manager for the Royals out, and he's talking to Miller and Blanchard both, so might be some missed calls in here as Cannon's going to make his way out to break up the meeting on the mound. Miller jogs back. Now the pitch, and Hill will let it go for ball 2. Hill settles in, and this will bounce out to the shortstop. Runners are going to go. They'll have the throw to first, and it's safe. That brings Frazier home. And the Mavericks jump on the 5 Valley Auto scoreboard off of the air, and that puts runners on the corners with 2 outs for the Mavericks.
The left fielder number 16, Sam Busey.
Taking us to Sam Busey. Busey now ready in the box. And the pitch will be outside for ball 1. Busey settling in. He's one of the, last year he was one of the more productive batters for the Mavericks. As we get ball 2. Looks down the line, and Hathaway with the signal. And now we get the pitch. And that'll be right at Blanchard. Richardson will come home, and the bouncer out to center field will earn a run for the Mavericks as they go up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. The catcher now, Bo King. For the Mavericks. 2 outs now, 2 earned runs with runners at first and second. Busey at first and Hill at second. A little bit of a breeze coming at us. And ball 1. Had a little bit of fun with Max and Darren before the game as we had a little time with the Royals coming in. And King will swing for strike 1. But just giving them a hard time about messing with them about their ball and strike calls, and Darren says, "Oh, you'll know mine." It's not really a word as it is a guttural sound. So it'll be fun to have Darren behind the plate in game 2 as we get ball 2 to King. And King, his middle older brother, Jackson, is actually graduating from Montana Tech today, and Blanchard steps off, so the King family is actually in Butte today at the graduation, and Bo's going to be following in those footsteps as he's going to go over this fall and play a little football for the Diggers. And we get a strike to even it out at 2. Blanchard kind of slowing his rhythm down a little bit here, trying to get a little more sure of his zone where he's going to be tossing that thing. And King will have pass ball, but they're going to they're going to call him out. And that's a side. So the Mavericks earn 2. They leave 2 off of 2 hits, and we go to the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Take a look at the Halo logo around home plate, sponsored by Bob Ward.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field for the Missoula Mavericks as they host the Billings Royals. Top of the second inning, Mavericks lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and it's the bottom of the order. 6, 7, 8 batters, so not quite the bottom.
The left fielder, number 9, Ethan Opp.
Ethan Opp will lead things off for the Mavericks, the left fielder. Here's Dylan Chalmers. His first pitch from the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound is a ball. And a swing for strike 2 on the foul, or strike 1 on the foul tip, so even count at 1. Each side with 2 hits apiece. Royals with an error, and, well, the Mavericks with a 2-0 lead on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. This one's going to bounce off of the left ankle of Opp. And we'll have 1-2 on the count. Brendan Miller in the on-deck circle for Billings. Billings wearing a pretty snazzy-looking uniform, the tops with the black and the royal blue. Out to first. Stensrud can't get his glove on it. Parker Stevens will go down to a knee, and that'll put a runner on.
First baseman number 20, Brendan Miller.
the Royals. So Brennan Miller will come to the plate with 1 on and no outs. Miller, the first baseman. And these Royals played the Bozeman Bucks last year as we make the throw to first for the AA state title. Billings getting the... as Cannon will have time called. So Miller will step back in. Noah Oftengarden is in the on-deck circle for the Royals. Check swing, and they're going to say it's over the plate for strike 1. So 0-1 on the count with Ope at first. Here's the pitch. Runner's going to go. This is going to bounce out. Picked up by the second baseman. They'll make the throw to first. 1 down, but it'll work like a sac bunt. It won't go down in the book as a sac bunt, but the bouncer out to the second baseman will move the runner over to second.
19, Noah Oftengarden.
So we come to the 8-spot batter, the right fielder, Noah Oftengarden. Oftengarden settling in the pitch. And he'll have a check swing, and they're going to say he committed for strike 1. Game 1 of our doubleheader here between the Billings Royals and the Missoula Mavericks. Second game will be about 20 minutes after this one finishes up as a foul shot bounces down the first base line for strike 2. And then tomorrow we'll have an earlier start time. 12 o'clock is first pitch for the first game. Second game will be the usual 20 minutes after the first one finishes up. Wednesday night will be a game under the lights here at Lindbergh Craig Field as the Helena Senators will be in town for a 7 o'clock 9-inning game. Here's Chalmers with the pitch, and this one's going to be hit off the grips, and Chalmers is going to try to get to it. Can't put it in the glove. He falls to the ground. Nobody there to cover first. The runner will advance to third. And that will put runners on the corners. Chalmers laying out for it. That's what you want to see out of your
number 18,
players is the effort. As we go to the bottom of the order, number 18, Jaden Jordal, the second baseman, and King will step in front of the plate to signal the field. Now leading up to today's game, Coach Hathaway has had a 2-inning rotation on his pitchers, but I would imagine that today, playing against Billings, we might see Chalmers stand on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the majority of the game, depending on how things flow. Right now it's 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch, and it's high for a ball. But you know, this first month of play, more than anything else, I mean, it's non-conference. It doesn't count for too much, other than the fact that you're trying to see what you have in your players. Mavericks graduating some great seniors last year, so having to fill some holes throughout the field. And we've seen some good play defensively from these Mavericks in these first few games. And Drew Stedrud will have the out at first. Chalmers kept dealing over there. And they'll get Oftengarden at first. He just a little too far out, and a good quick glove by Stensrud will have the out. So that leaves a runner at third with 2 outs now and 1-0 on the count. And this will bounce out. Chalmers can get to this one. The throw to first, and that's aside. So the Mavericks, with some great infield play, will hold off the Royals. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratt from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the second inning here at Lindbergh-Craig Field, where the Missoula Mavericks lead the Billings Royals 2-0. Bottom of the order, 8-9-1 for the inning, with Parker Stevens starting things off here for the Mavericks. It'll be Stevens and then Dayton Bay. Dan Blanchard on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and the first pitch will be ball one. So trying to bring up our stats on iScore here as we get ball two to Parker Stevens. You can follow along stat-wise on iScore. You can download the iScore app, and then it'll give you all of your pitch count. It's actually pretty cool. It'll give you a pitch by pitch as Parker Stevens rockets this one straight up in the air, right on the fringe between first and second, and it's in the glove. That's out number one. That thing came off the bat like it was shot out of a cannon. And we come to the bottom of the order in Dayton Bay. Sun creeping in on the edge of our seats here. A little bit of cloud cover. Gorgeous view here at Lindbergh-Craig Field as Bay shows bunt for ball one. Plenty of stuff going on in the Missoula community. We've got U of M graduation today. Congratulations to all of those U of M students. And we'll get strike one to Bay. It's Caden Heydrich in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks, so top of the order after Bay. Huge accomplishment for those young people as Bay will have a check swing for strike two. Looked like it was outside the zone, but Max Cannon's the one that's out there calling game, so. And I've got the microphone up here, so it's not up to me. And Bay will be struck out for out number two, swinging. So that swings us to the top of the order to Caden Heydrich, the second baseman. Huge accomplishment, those U of M students and the Montana, all the students that are having graduation today across the state of Montana at the collegiate level. And outside pitch for ball one. Huge accomplishment, and kudos to them. Now the hard part is working in the field that you have gone to school. Here's the pitch by Blanchard. And he'll go back outside on the right-handed batter for ball two. And Hydro will have a good shot, foul, for strike one, so 2-1 on the count. Hydro, the youngest player on the Mavericks last year, and he really played well through it. There were some games that he learned from, but and he'll have this one off the middle of the bat for strike two to even us out at two, but you could really see towards the end of the year that those games really helped him out. in the maturation process. Here's the pitch. And we'll have a ball. So a full count to Hydro. And he's got a younger brother that is quite the basketball player. Travels all over doing the 3-on-3 tournaments. And is hoping to be a Hellgate Knight in the future. As Hydro put this one off the end of the bat, high in the air over third base. The shortstop's going to come in and race in with the catch. And that's a side. So the Mavericks go 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the second. It is top of the third, bottom of the second, top of the third coming up. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Montana Strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana Strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the top of the third inning here at Lindbergh Craig Field. Missoula Mavericks leading the Billings Royals 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and Dylan Chalmers on the Five Valley Auto Sales pitcher's mound will have the first pitch to go over the plate for strike one. And Chalmers in that top pitching spot for the Mavericks in my book. Now, my book is different than Coach Hathaway's, as this one's going to be reached for. It'll bounce out. Chalmers, the throw to first, and Stensrud will have that foot down for out number one.
Number 6, Connor Hunter.
So that takes us to Connor Hunter now. But as I said, that's my call in my book, and I'm far from anywhere near what Hathaway has to say. But in my book, it's Chalmers at the top and Hill number 2 from the pitcher's mound. As we get a low pitch for ball one. Dane Frazier right behind as the third, and then Zach Hangus has come on, and I've been really impressed with him. He's only pitched about 4 innings this year. But Zach Hangus coming up from the A squad last year, as Chalmers will slide this over the inside of the plate for strike one. He has been a lot of fun to watch, and he has got ice in his veins. Parker Stevens coming on as well. So there's a lot of good pitching out there for the Mavericks. And it'll be good to see the reins come off and let these boys just throw. As we come inside for ball two, and talking to some of the boys too, they're saying that Parker Stevens is probably the one that's throwing the hardest out there for the Mavericks at the pitcher's mound. As this one comes off the bat on a bounce, Bay with the catch and a good throw to first to put an out.
Number 13,
and Dayton Bay coming in as we come to Braden Yearn. But Dayton Bay out there at the shortstop position, big shoes to fill with Brennan Buchanan not in this year. And I really thought that they were going to put Hill over there, because Hill plays a phenomenal shortstop, as this one's fouled off for strike one. Coming into the season, that's just kind of the way I saw things going. But Hill locked down in center field, and he's got some wheels, as this one's going to be fouled off down the third base line for strike two. Hill's a lot of fun to watch out there, and if you're a Sentinel football fan, you probably recognize him from playing that slot receiver, and that young man has got more ice in his veins than anybody I have ever seen. As we get ball 1 now. For the Mavericks, in the bottom of the third, it'll be the 2-3-4 batters as Chalmers will bring this one down the tube. It's going to be hit into center field, down the gap. That's going to be deep down the gap, and Yearn is around first and will stand up at second when the ball is thrown. So a huge hit for the Royals here with 2 outs, and the Mavericks were able to deal some runs with 2 outs. Let's see if the Royals are able to pick up there as well as we come to Cole Miller, the catcher. So Miller will settle in. Chalmers with a runner at second and 2 outs. Mavericks trying to hold on to that goose egg on the scoreboard. 2-0 Missoula on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as this one's fouled off, and runner thought he was going to be able to get third as he took off, but we'll have strike 1. Royals, though, they've got 5 hits. So they've been able to put some runners on, but the Mavericks defense has kept them at bay. And we'll get ball 1. Cannon gives us our count at 1-1. Pitch on the way. And we get ball 2. Want to say hello to all the fans watching in out there. The Maverick fans, the Maverick Loyal, and the Billings Royals, those that could not make the trip over this weekend. Get to hang out with you guys next weekend as I'll come over for the games there. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be down the third base line, foul, and it had some good spin on it. As soon as it hit the dirt, it jumped over that line, and we're at 2-2 on the count. And we're able to bring up Game Changer today. So you can actually follow along on Game Changer and look for Billings Royals. Search for Billings Royals and you'll be able to follow along with the game as iScore is not up. Runner at second, and a high pitch will give us a full count at 3-2. Brandon Concepcion in the on-deck circle for the Royals. Chalmers now with the full count. Payoff pitch in the glove. And this one will be hit foul. We do have the gate open down the first base line for the Mavericks, for that bullpen, but I'm not able to see any action down there. I do see something on the fringe of the dugout there, movement, but not sure what is going on there. Here's Chalmers, and a swing, pass ball, throw down the line to first, and that's the side. So the Royals get one on to start off, but he's held at second. We go to the bottom of the third. Mavericks lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we
head to the top or bottom of the third inning. Missoula Mavericks lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Game 1 of our doubleheader. 7 innings scheduled, with the second game 20 minutes after this one finishes up. And then tomorrow we'll have an earlier start. It is a 12 o'clock first pitch between these two teams. And the gate is closed down the first base line, so not quite sure what they had going on down there, but I'm expecting to see Chalmers pitch a good stretch of this game.
I've got other pictures, Amy.
And leading off for the Mavericks, it'll be Dane Frazier. So 2, 3, 4 scheduled on the inning for the Mavericks. Frazier, Richardson, and Stensrud. And Frazier will step in. Blanchard, first pitch will be a ball. Dane Blanchard on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, 3 strikeouts and a walk. As we get ball 2 on this one. Dane Frazier, though, his first at bat. As I try to bring that information up here, had a run off of a walk as we go 3-0 on the count. Here's the Blanchard pitch. And Frazier will hop this one into center field. Dane Frazier will be on base for the second time today. This time off the hit.
Number 13, Trad Richardson.
And Trad Richardson coming to the plate now. Trad, one of the more successful hitters for the Mavericks, is Richardson right now. He's got a .526 on base percentage with a .467 batting average. As the throw to first is made, so Richardson just piling on from where he went last year. He's been a total of 7 bases so far in his 6 games leading up, and Frazier will get the base off the wild pitch, and we're 1-0 on the count. In his 15 at-bats, 7 hits, 4 runs, and 5 RBIs for Richardson. So he's playing some great baseball right now at the beginning of the year. And Richardson's going to plunk this one into right field. It should be in the glove, and it is. Frazier will hold at second, and that will be
Number 5, Drew
out
Stensrud.
number 1. We come to Drew Stensrud, and I think that's the first time in a couple of games that Richardson hasn't reached with an at-bat. So Stensrud steps in. Frazier at second with 1 out. And he'll swing for a hit on the pitch, picked up by the second baseman, and that'll be out number 2 as Frazier stands at third now.
Number 3, Brendan Hill.
So a threat 90 feet away with the heavy bat of Brendan Hill coming to the plate. And Hill, another one that's right there with Busey and Richardson production-wise. .429 on base and a .300 average. Showing bunt. Pitch will come up as a ball. Hill looks down the third base line, but no sign from Hathaway, so Hill will step in. And we get ball 2. So Hill very patient. That's something that he has really been since he's been up here at the AA level. This is his second year at AA, played 1 year at the A level. And he'll reach for it for strike 1. It's Sam Busey in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks with Frazier at third and 2 outs. 2-1 on the count to Hill. Blanchard likes the call, so he's going to have the pitch. And Hill reaches foul down the first base line for strike 2. So 2-2. Blanchard with the pitch from the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And Hill will reach for the strikeout. So the Mavericks load one on, and a hold-off will keep Frazier at third. And it stays 2-0 Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the fourth right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field. Game 1 of our doubleheader between the Billings Royals and the Missoula Mavericks. And the Mavericks on top on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, 2-0. Top of the 4th inning, and leading off it is Brendan Concepcion, the first baseman. So 5, 6, 7 batters scheduled on the inning for the Royals. Concepcion, his second at-bat. Dylan Chalmers on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. First pitch is on its way, and it's going to be hit right at the second baseman. And not able to hold on to it is Hydro, and that will load a runner on to start things off for the Royals. That ball just grabbed some eyes and took off. So Ethan Opp, the left fielder now at the plate for the Mavericks. Chalmers with his right foot on the rubber. And he's now throw to first. Stensrud already picking one off over there today. And this one's going to be hit out to Chalmers. He'll have the throw to second, which will not be held on to by Bay. Hydro will pick it up and make the throw to third, but it's not in time. And off the air, the Royals will have runners on the corners.
All right, here we go, Dylan. Get up, boys.
Brendan Miller coming to the plate for the Royals with
Number 20,
no outs and runners on the corners. So Billings looking to change their luck here in the top of the 4th. 7-inning game scheduled. King will have the signal to the field. I doubt we'll see what we had last night with the NBA Western Conference semifinal between Portland and Denver. 4 overtimes. That was amazing. As we come inside for ball 1. That was an epic game last night. Everybody's talking about that Golden State and Houston series, but for my money, Portland and Denver is going to be a lot better. The throw to third, and they're going to call a balk, and that will advance the runners. So Billings will get a run off of the balk to make it 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Runner at second now. And Hathaway will stroll out to the pitcher's mound to check in with Chalmers. We'll have the last week of softball action this week, as Loyola will have 2 games this week, and then they get ready for divisionals in a couple of weeks. And Hathaway is going to come out and talk to Badeau about the bulk. So Hathaway will have his conversation out there. And now the Badeau and Cannon will get together and converse, and that's one of the things I love about our officials. Doesn't matter what sport it is here in Missoula, is they work together for these games. They take a lot of pride in working together, so when there's ever a question, they always get together and discuss it, and that's what Cannon and Badeau are doing. So back to our high school softball coverage this week. The Breakers, and now Royals will want an explanation as to what's going on as Cannon's back behind the plate. But Monday we'll be in Hamilton for a 4 o'clock game for the Loyola Breakers. And then Thursday, a trip north to Mission to take on MAC. That's Mission, Arlee, and Charlo. That's Thursday at 4 o'clock. That'll be the last 2 games of coverage for Missoula Prep Sports Network. The Breakers will go to the Butte Central tournament next week, and they only have 1 game in that tournament, and that'll be on Saturday. Time yet to be determined, and now Cannon and DeBow will get together after the discussion between the Royals manager and Badeau. But divisionals coming up, the 17th and 18th in Anaconda for Class B, Western Division. And then Memorial Day weekend, state tournament is in Belgrade. And it looks like the bulk is going to be overturned. So we'll wipe the run off the board, and the players will take their positions at first and third. So Hathaway must have been a good argument out there to get the overturn from Badeau. And the pitch. And over the plate for a strike. Evens the count out now. The player at the plate, Brendan Miller, the first baseman, number 20. Miller coming back from that state championship team from last year. Held down first, as Stensrud will get the toss to first. And Miller will call time. So with the state tournaments just a couple of weeks away, that means that our high school sports in the spring are coming to an end, and it's going to be the boys of summer, and we're going to do some things with some fast pitch softball this summer as well. So very excited. We'll have announcements about that as things come a little closer. We don't want to edge out what these young men and women are doing at the high school level for their individual schools. So we'll wait for that to finish up. But some things in the works to recognize our Legion baseball players. The runner will go. King will have the throw to second, but it will not be enough. And now we'll have runners at second and third for the Royals with no outs. And the pitch was a ball. Graduation coming up for high school. Of course, we have college graduation today. Chalmers is going to have this one bounced out to him. The throw home, and they're going to have the force out, as Richardson will have the tag for out number 1. So good infield defense by the Mavericks to take down the runner. Good smart play by Chalmers.
Number 19, Noah Oftengardner.
And we come to Noah Oftengardner, the left fielder. So a little break in the action. That will advance the runner to first. So with one out, there are runners on the corners for the Royals. As Oftengardner settles in. And he'll crank this one into right field, and it'll hop in front of Parker Stevens. The runner's going to tag at third. Stevens with a throw home, but the Royals are able to put a run on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard to make it 2-1 now with one out. Things were moving along pretty well.
Number 18, Jaden.
3 innings in 45 minutes roughly. And then this top of the fourth has come down to, it's been about 9 minutes. So, and the pitch to Jaden Jordal, the second baseman, will be a ball. Runners at first and second with one out for the Royals. Top of the fourth, they got on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard with a run to make it 2-1. And this was going to have a high hop. Throw to first and not able to get it. It's going to be an overthrow. That's going to go ahead and bring Miller home from third. They're going to wave around the runner from second. And the Royals will take a 1-run lead off the throwing error to first.
Number 1, Michael Moorhead.
And we come to the top of the order to Michael Moorhead as Jordal stands at third after all the commotion has settled down.
Go, boys, come on.
So top of the order for the Royals. Here's the pitch. And this will be fouled back over the backstop for strike one. One out on the board, 3 runs earned here in the fourth, and a runner at third. Chalmers on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And King doing a good job of blocking that one in front of him for ball one. Chalmers with the stretch. And a reach for a foul ball down the first baseline to go 1-2 on the count. Connor Daniels will run that one down as it sits in the field of play. So 1-2 on the count for Chalmers. Connor Hunter in the on-deck circle for Billings. And a foul tip will keep the batter alive at 1-2. For Chalmers, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. And this one will get off the knee of King. He'll chase it down. Runner will hold at third, and we have a 2-2 count. To Moorhead. And this will be into right field. Stevens will have to chase it down. It's going to roll past Stevens. Runner will come home from third as the throw is made. Moorhead is around second on his way to third. And it's a stand-up triple with an RBI for Billings. And they take a 4-2 lead here on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Connor Hunter, the shortstop, comes to the plate. Richardson coming in to check in with Chalmers. Beautiful day at the ballpark here, and Lindbergh Craigfield situated so perfectly as they've got Blue Mountain. The equestrian park is right across the street from us, and there are some things going on out there as the horse trailers are out there. Hunter's first pitch will be a ball. Chalmers' first pitch to Hunter, I should say, will be a ball. And the first base coach getting the guards back to the dugout. Here's Chalmers' pitch. Swung on, and we'll have strike two. Did have contact. It's Brady Yearn in the on-deck circle. And they're going to throw to third. Richardson's there, but Moorhead gets back just ahead of Richardson. 0-2 on the count, 1 out. 4 runs scored, earned here in the top of the fourth for Billings, and they have a threat at third. And Chalmers will float this one over the plate for a ball. Runner at third, steps away, and we get ball 2. So 2-2, and it looks like Hathaway is just going to let Chalmers work through this one. It will be Yearn in the on-deck circle, the designated hitter. And a swing for a strikeout. So that's 2 down now in the fourth.
Number 13, Brady Yearn.
As Brady Yearn comes up. Yearn steps in. He's got 2 at-bats so far today. And for Yearn, 2 for 2. Yes, he's got strike 1. This one's going to be hit into left field. Busey will chase it down. Runner will score from third. And the Royals will take a 5-2 lead on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of 4.
Number 7.
All 5 runs earned here in the fourth. And that takes us to the catcher, Cole Miller. Putting the young man that started the inning off in the on-deck circle. So the Royals able to go through their order, throw to first. Stensrud not able to get the glove down in time. Miller now steps back in. Yearn at first. And this will be hit right at Yearn. It's going to roll into right field. Stevens will have it on the pickup. And with 2 outs, that'll put runners at first and second for the Royals.
Number 11, Brendan Concepcion.
Brendan Concepcion, number 11, the third baseman, will come to the plate for the second time here in the fourth inning. Chalmers gets the pitch from King. And now the stretch. Outside for a ball. For Concepcion, 1 for 2 with a strikeout. That's just done today. And he'll have contact. And we'll get strike 1. Even count at 1. Mavericks looking at 6, 7, 8 when they have their at-bat at the bottom of the fourth. Chalmers ready on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound now. And a swing for strike 2. King looking down that first base line at Miller. Keeping an eye on him down there as he's dancing at first. And a strikeout to end the side. So 5 runs earned for the Royals. 1 left behind. And Billings leads 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field. Billings Royals, Missoula Mavericks, and the top of the 4th inning, the Royals took the lead away from the Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, 5-2. 9 hits. Not all of those 9 coming in that inning, but 9 hits, 5 runs, and 1 error for the Royals, and it's 2 runs, 3 hits, and 3 errors for the Mavericks. Leading off for the Mavericks here in the 4th is number 16, Sam Busey, the left fielder. So it'll be Busey, King, and Stevens on the schedule. Dan Blanchard on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and the first pitch of the inning will be swung on high. It'll be foul. Can the right fielder get there? And he can, and Busey will be out off the hop.
Number 6, Bo King.
Takes us to Bo King, the catcher for Game 1. You know, the Mavericks are extremely lucky. I was talking about their pitching staff that they have, but to go with that pitching staff, they've got a number of players that can also play at the catcher position. King, one of them, as he lets the first pitch go by for a strike. Andrew Clausen, another one. Trad Richardson, and, well, it's been fun watching Dane Frazier play catcher. He did that a little bit on Wednesday night, and he's done a great job of it out there as we get an even count at 1. Good job by Miller to get out of the stirrups to keep that from getting away. Blanchard with the 1-1. And King will swing for strike 2. Bo King this year has not played. He's played in 4 games leading up to Wednesday night. And he's got a .462 on base percentage as he'll swing to be struck out for out number 2.
Number 18, Parker Stevens.
So we come to Parker Stevens, the right fielder, with 2 outs and nobody on. Blanchard letting two runs go in that opening inning, and then he's locked it down since then. And the infield for the Royals has played very well. And he'll put one over the plate for strike 1. Parker Stevens 0 for 1 as we get ball 2. So the Mavericks have the Royals today and tomorrow and some double headers as Stevens will foul this one off for strike 2 to get us even on the count. Then they're on the road. They have the Senators on Wednesday night and then on the road for 4 games in Billings next weekend. Then they go to Helena that Wednesday. And then it's here for the Glacier Twins next Saturday and the Butte Miners on Sunday as we get a full count at 3-2. And then Helena Senators once again. And then it's the Memorial Day tournament with Vauxhall, Bozeman, Coeur d'Alene Lumberman, Great Falls, all coming to play in that one. And Parker Stevens will be walked to put a runner on for the Mavericks with 1 out. And the bottom of the order coming to the plate for the Mavericks in Dayton Bay. MPSN will have coverage of the Memorial Day weekend tournament, all of the AA games, as there will be some A games going on as well for that tournament. Ball 1 to Bay. Here's Blanchard's pitch. And a good job by Miller to keep that in front of him for ball 2. Mavericks will host 2 tournaments this summer, Memorial Day weekend tournament and the Memorial Tournament. And MPSN will have coverage of all games for both those tournaments. Be a busy weekend for MPSN. And a good job by Bay to be patient with a 3-0 count now. And we're getting a little bit of a breeze, and time is called by Badeau as the first baseman. Brendan Miller will come in and chat. And now Blanchard. Cole Miller settling in behind the plate. Blanchard has the pitch now with the nod. And here's the 3-0. And Cannon will bark out strike to get 3-1 on the count. Bay thought maybe he was going to get the base off the walk. No movement in either bullpen for this game. Here's the pitch. And Bay will be walked. So back-to-back walks to put runners at first and second for the Mavericks with 2 outs. And that swings us to the top of the order to Hydro. Blanchard, 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Neither one of those runs were earned. And Hydro will swing for strike 1 on the opening pitch to him. Royals leading 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks looking to see if they can get back a couple of runs here with 2 outs. And Hydro will come off the middle of the bat, picked up by the shortstop. The rocket to first is on the hop and in time, and that's the side. So the Mavericks load 2 up off the walks, but they're left behind, and we go to the top of the 5th inning with the Royals holding on 5-2. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Split the Pot is sponsored by Allegiance Benefit.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law
for the past 60 years.
Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN as we come to the top of the fifth inning. Billings Royals lead the Missoula Mavericks 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field in a beautiful Missoula, Montana. Light wind coming out of the southwest. And for the Royals, Ethan Opp to lead it off. So 6, 7, 8 scheduled on the inning. Opp will settle in. Dylan Chalmers on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And his first pitch of the inning will be over the plate for a strike. The gate has been opened down the third base line, so a pitcher warming up for the Royals. Chase Hinckley. Thank you, Paul. And Chalmers deals another strike to make it 0-2 on the count. And the gate opening up for the Mavericks. Looks like Jake Lintner is going out. And a special day for him as it's his mother's birthday today. Oh, 2 to Opp. Here's Chalmers. This one's hit into right field, and Stevens is there for out number 1.
Number 20, Brendan Miller.
So we come to the first baseman, Brendan Miller. Miller will step in. And Chalmers will have a low pitch for ball 1. For Miller, 0 for 2 with a run. As this one will come across the inside of the plate to even it out at 1. 1 out, nobody on, top of 5. Royals lead 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Miller will swing for strike 2. So both bullpens now having some action going on here in the top of the 5th. And we'll have ball 2. Good job by King to keep that in front of him. So 2-2 to Miller with 1 out. Here's the pitch by Chalmers. And Miller will slice on it. It's going to be foul, and it'll land just outside the bullpen. It keeps Miller alive at 2-2. Now, you know, folks, I know that it's getting nice out, so we're doing things outside. Maybe you're going to hit the road to follow your favorite prep sports team or just hang out in the yard with family and friends. Well, if you need a nice convenience store, as this one's going to dribble down the first base line and a step on the bag by Drew Stensrud, will be out number 2. That one came off the bat and just kind of walked down the line. Noah Oftengardner, the number 8 batter, comes to the plate. But as I was saying, it's getting nice out. Maybe you're going to head out to the lake and enjoy some stuff. Memorial Day weekend's coming up, so picnics going on. Well, stop by our friends over at Fast Trip Conoco, as this one's going to be hit out, picked up by Richardson on the run. The throw to first is on target, on time, and that's a side. So 3 up, 3 down for the Royals. We go to the bottom of the fifth right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN as it's the bottom of the fifth inning. Royals lead the Mavericks 5-2 here at Lindbergh Craig Field. Hello everyone, Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Game 1 going on. We're in the bottom of the fifth, scheduled for 7. Second game of our doubleheader will be 20 minutes after this one finishes up. And, well, we've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Royals as Chase Hinckley has come in. So Dan Blanchard has done 67 total pitches for Blanchard, 4 innings. 2 runs off of 3 hits. Neither one of the runs earned. 5 strikeouts and 3 walks for Mr. Blanchard. And now we will see what Hinckley has for us. We do have Jake Littner warming up in the Mavericks bullpen. And Maverick royalty in the house as former President Kyle Cunningham is sitting down in the 5th row. For the Mavericks here on the inning, well, it'll be Dane Frazier, Trad Richardson, and Drew Stensrud. That's right, folks, 2, 3, 4 scheduled on the inning for the Mavericks. And
number 7, Dane Frazier.
Dane Frazier will step up. The infield will meet on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound with Hinckley before we get going. And as you can tell, the breeze has come up here at Lindbergh Craig Field. Still a gorgeous day out here. Frazier steps in and we're ready for the 5th inning to start. Hinckley ready with his first pitch of the game. And that one's going to be rocketed off on a line into the glove of the second baseman, and that'll be out.
Number 13, Trad Richardson.
Number 1. Trad Richardson comes to the plate now for the Mavericks with 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And as I was mentioning before we went to break, folks, Fast Trip Conoco, one of our sponsors. Well, if you're looking to gas up your ride, maybe you want to make your car look good, they've got Magic Touch Car Wash right in the parking lot. They've got the coldest drinks in town, best selection, and they're the place to be. Fast Trip Conoco, proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as Richardson's going to foul this one off to go even on the count at 1. Drew Stensrud stands in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks with 1 out. And Richardson will get the base off the hit by pitch.
Number 5, Drew Stensrud.
So the first baseman, Drew Stensrud, coming to the plate now. Stensrud has done a great job over there at first. Dane Frazier as the DH today. That's his normal spot, is to hold down that first base. They'll throw to first, and Richardson will stand up to get back. Here's the pitch by Hinckley. And Stensrud hits this one hard. It's going to be high, foul, and it'll be just out of play down the first base line. And we go 0-1 to the first baseman. Brendan Hill in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. 1 out, 1 on. Richardson steps away from first base. Mavericks looking to pick up some runs. They're down 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and Stensrud will send this one high into center field, and Moorhead will put it in the glove for out number 2. Lots of height. Not enough distance to get it over the wall. 4-10 to the gap down both the right and left field. It's 340 down the third base line here and first as well, as Brendan Hill comes to the plate for the third time today. Richardson over at first, ready to run. And they'll go ahead and toss it over there to Richardson. Jake Lettner done in the bullpen for the Mavericks, so we should see him come in the top of the 6th inning. And time is called just before Hinckley had his throwing motion. Here's the pitch. High, and we get a ball. So Hill to settle in today for Hill. Oh for 2 with a strikeout, and he'll swing on this one for strike 1. Gives us an even count at 2. Or even count at 1. 2 outs, Richardson at first as he steps away. Sam Busey in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. And Billings thought that they got him, but Richardson hops back in just in time, and now he's got pride stripes down the front of that nice bright white jersey. Here's the 1-1 by Hinckley. And a swing for strike 2. Here's the pitch. And Hill will swing, and it's a K for the end of the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th with Billings leading 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Some defensive changes for the Mavericks. We did talk about Jake Littner warming up in the bullpen, and he is now on top of the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And Connor Daniels has moved out into right field in the place of Parker Stevens. He'll bat in the 8th spot for Stevens as well. So Parker Stevens done in right field. Connor Daniels out there. And Jake Lettner on the mound for the Mavericks. For the Royals, it's the bottom of the order, 9-1-2. Jaden Jordal will lead things off here in the top of the 6th inning. And Jordal comes to the plate. ready to go. Jake Lettner ready with his first pitch. And it is a ball. And it's now 2-0 to the second baseman. For Dylan Chalmers, a total of 78 pitches in his 5 innings pitched. 5 runs off of 10 hits, no runs earned, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. So Dylan Chalmers, outside of the runs, pitching a stellar game, and it'll be a quick walk to start the inning for the Royals. Swings us to the top of the order. Michael Moorhead, the center fielder, and he had a great catch in center field a couple of innings ago. So Lettner now looking for his first strike. And that's going to be a tag on Moorhead to put runners at first and second now. And brings up Connor Hunter, the shortstop.
Number 6, Connor Hunter.
So Hunter to settle in. The runners at first and second and no outs on the board. And Lettner will have a high pitch for ball 1. A walk to start the inning and then a hit by pitch. That's how runners have gotten on. Big 4th inning for the Royals as we get ball 2. As they earned 5 runs to take the lead, 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And we get ball 3. And I was told before the game that it is Jake's mom's birthday today, so happy birthday to her. I haven't seen her in the building, but that doesn't mean she's not here. And a walk to load the bases with no outs. Brady Earn comes to the plate as Coach Hathaway is going to stroll out to the pitcher's mound and check in with his pitcher. And it looks like Drew Stensrud is going to move over there. So Jake Lettner done. And we'll have Drew Stensrud come in. And I believe Zach Hangus, unless Lettner is going to go over to first. We'll have that change for you as Stensrud's going to warm up. You're listening to Missoula Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Locally owned Paradise.
Welcome back to MPSN. As the change is made on the mound, Drew Stensrud comes out, and he'll stand on the Five Valley Auto Sales pitcher's mound. And Dane Frazier is at first. So that's the DH is gone as this one's going to be swung on, fouled off for strike one as it comes down right outside the door here. So the DH is gone for the Mavericks with Frazier sliding in there. Here's the 0-1. And it's over the plate for strike two. Just got a message from Jake's mom, Janine. She's over in Bozeman for Jake's brother's graduation at MSU. As this one's going to be ripped over the head of Bay. Runner's home from third, and the runner from second has made the corner. And Bo King cannot get to it. So that's going to bring the runner around, and that'll be 3 runs earned for the Royals. And a hit and an error will be charged to the Mavericks. A hit to the Royals and an error to the Mavericks. So
number 7, Cole Miller.
Makes it 8-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard in favor of the Royals, and we have Cole Miller at the plate now for the Royals with no outs and a runner at second. First pitch is a ball. Here's Stensrud now. Check swing, but the pitch slides over the plate for strike one. You're very welcome, Janine, for the birthday witches. And congratulations on the graduation ceremony out there in Bozeman. Here's the 1-1 by Stensrud, and he'll swing on it. Does Miller for strike two. So Stensrud comes in. One-two on the count with no outs and a runner at second. Good lead out there at second. And over the plate, and Stensrud will get the phone book tear for out number one.
Number 11, Brendan Concepcion.
Now we have Brendan Concepcion at the plate for the Royals with 1 out and 1 on. 3 runs earned here in the 6th, making it 8-2 for the Royals on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Cannon say that he committed on the check swing, so it'll be strike one. Stensrud with the stretch. And it's outside for a ball. Few of our parents are out today for graduation. Bo King, the Kings over in Butte. Janine, Jake's mom, out as well in Emmett at Bozeman. And a pitch inside over the plate for strike two. We've also got the Martins are not here in attendance, as well as they've made their way over for some Pioneer baseball. And when I say Pioneer, Max Cannon will call time. I mean the MCC Pioneers. That's Miles Community College, as James Martin is pushing his season out even further with those Pioneers. So busy weekend for parents as we go even at 2. Stensrud now with the stretch. And this one's down the third baseline, foul. It will keep Concepcion alive at 2-2. It's Ethan Ope in the on-deck circle. Concepcion settles back into the box. And now the pitch. Off the grips, foul. Stensrud will continue to battle against Concepcion. For Concepcion today, he is 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch by Stensrud. And this one's high down the first base line. Frazier is there, and he'll have it in the glove. The runner at second will tag. The throw to third is made, but Richardson not able to stay close to the bag, and that will be 2 outs. Nice job by Frazier to pedal over there and get that out on the foul ball. So a runner at third for Ethan Opp with 2 outs. The Mavericks will have their 6, 7, 8 batters scheduled up in the bottom of the 6th. And Coach Jakowski is in the building for support of his Sentinel students, I would imagine. 1-0 on the count. Jakowski, the head basketball coach over for the boys Sentinel Spartan basketball program. He's got his 2 young boys in the building. Great to see him out. As a low pitch will get us to ball 2. And I haven't gotten all of my bio information in yet, but majority of these players for the Mavericks do come from Sentinel. We do have some players from the other schools sprinkled out, including Frenchtown, as we have 3-0 on the count now for Opp. Opp 1 for 3 with a run. Great to see the support these young men get as a walk is made to put runners on the corners for the Royals.
Number 20, Brendan Miller.
And Brendan Miller, the first baseman, will come to the plate with 2 outs and 2 on. So Miller will settle in. And a high pitch by Stensrud will be ball 1. Runners on the corners for the Royals in the last 2 innings have kind of stretched out here. We cruised through innings in the first 45 minutes, and then we've kind of slowed down here as the action has picked up, which is kind of odd. And Stensrud will put one over the plate to even us out at 1. Stensrud to first. And Chalmers and Stensrud had the pickoff earlier today. Great to see the combination right at the beginning of the season. Here's the 1-1. And we'll have ball 2. So, not quite sure if Cannon's zone has fluctuated here late in the game, but it seems like pitches that were called strikes are kind of and a throw back to first. Good job by the runner to jump back in. So 2-1. Pitch on the way. And time is called. Ready for play. And Miller will foul it off to get us even at 2 on the count. We'll have game 2 20 minutes after this one finishes up. We're scheduled for 7. And then tomorrow, it's a doubleheader. Royals and Mavericks, first pitch at 12. Runner's going to go. This one's hit right at Stensrud, and it's going to roll into center field, picked up by Hill. Run will score from third, and it's now 9-2. Royals, and it looked like Stensrud had a good grip on that one, but that one came off of the bat very quickly and just rolled up on that mound and gained some rhythm and into center field. Brings us to Noah Oftengarden. And so far this year on the doubleheaders, the Mavericks have split all of the ones that they participated in. High pitch for ball one. They are 3-4. On the season, with the loss to Helena on Wednesday night. This one's deep into center field, but Hill is there. It's in the glove, and that's the side. So 4 runs earned here in the 6th inning, and it's 9-2 Royals on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks will have a chance to bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, where the Royals have a 7-run lead over the Mavericks, 9-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the 6th inning, and it will be Busey, King, and Stevens schedule, or actually not Stevens, it will be Connor Daniels as he took over in right field for Parker Stevens, as Busey comes to the plate.
Number 16, Sam Busey.
Chase Hinckley on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And Busey will slice on it. It's to the third baseman on the bounce. To throw to first, and Busey will be out at first.
Number 6, Bo King.
As we come to the catcher, Bo King. And the Royals today, they've just been able to hit balls that have had eyes, that have just found their way into play. And a pitch off the toe of Miller. And we'll have ball one. Connor Daniels in the on-deck circle, his first at-bat of the day coming up. And a pitch over the plate to get strike one. You know, we get to work with some really great people here with Missoula Prep Sports Network that really enjoy, as this one comes off for ball two, that enjoy supporting our community. And that's what it's all about, folks. It's supporting our high school sports athletes. And one of those members, one of those partners that we have, well, that'd be Tip Coburn and Associates. And they've got a special year this year, as this one comes over the plate for strike two. And they're celebrating a 60th anniversary. Tip Coburn and Associates have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense law in addition to other areas for the past 60 years. If you're in need of some legal advice, give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tcsattorneys.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for lawyers, or fighting for Montanans since 1959, as King will slice this one off at 3-2 now. Tip Coburn and Associates, proud sponsors of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Here's the 3-2 pitch by Hinckley. And King will be walked. So with one out, a runner at first for the Mavericks with Connor Daniels coming to the plate for the first time today. Connor Daniels, one of those seniors. And folks, if you go to Facebook, you'll see all of the seniors for the Mavericks. Just go to Missoula Mavericks American Legion Baseball on Facebook, and they've got a nice setup for all of their seniors to celebrate them, as Daniels is going to have this one on a line. The throw to first, and they'll punch out King. So the turn on the double play to end the side. And we go to the top of the 7th. Right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN as we come to the top of the 7th inning. I'll spit it out eventually, where the Billings Royals lead the Missoula Mavericks 9-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and switches on the field defensively for the Mavericks. Trad Richardson has slid over from the third base spot, and he'll stand on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And Drew Stensrud is now taking his place over at third. So a change on the mound for the Mavericks. So for Drew Stensrud, looking at his stats, Stensrud would have 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It would be earned in a strikeout and a walk in 23 pitches. This is the first time that Trad has pitched this year. Last year he would come up and pitch for the Mavericks. And looking at Trad's pitching stats from last year, he was 3-0 on games that he started. And I've got to take a moment. Leading off the inning, though, is the bottom of the order, Jordan Jordal. Apologize to the Billings fans for crucifying that name. And Trad's first pitch will be high for a ball. But looking at Richardson's stats from last year, 1.64 ERA, 2 runs off of 10 hits in the 11 innings that he pitched. As we go to ball 2. He'd walk 5, strike out 5, and allow 1 home run. As we go to ball 3. And those are stats from last season on Trad's pitching, as this is his first appearance on the mound in 2019. 3-1 on the count now. And this one will be fouled off to give us a full count at 3-2. Michael Moorhead in the on-deck circle for Billings. Richardson now with the payoff pitch. And it'll be reached for. It's going to roll into right field. Daniels will come up and take it on the knee. And a hit to start the inning for the Royals.
Number 1, Michael Moorhead.
And trying to bring up my stats here for the Royals. As they settle in with Moorhead with 1 on. And Moorhead will shoot this one up in the air. Stensrud says he's got it. Catch in front of the dugout down the third base line, and that will be out number 1 with 1 on.
Number 6, Connor Hunter.
So Connor Hunter will come to the plate for the Royals. Hunter is the number 2 spot batter in the order, hanging out at shortstop today. Jordal at first. Here's the Richardson pitch. Over the plate for a strike. So the Mavericks doubleheader tomorrow with the Royals. 12 o'clock first pitch. And then Wednesday night, a home game as there's a throw down the line to first, but hopping back in, and it's a strike 2 to Hunter. Brady Yearn in the on-deck circle. And a bouncer out to the shortstop. The throw to second is there, but not able to hold on to it is Heydrich. And we'll have an error scored. Fielder's choice. So Brady Yearn will come to the plate. He is the DH today.
Number 13, Brady Earn.
Fans still streaming in this afternoon. Second game's going to come up 20 minutes after this one finishes. We are in the top of the 7th in a 7-inning game. Royals lead 9-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and a strike. King's not able to keep it in his glove, though. It'll still be called a strike, though. 1 out. Runners at first and second. And that one was inside by Richardson to give us an even count at 1. Here's the pitch by Richardson. And he'll deal a strike. As Yearn lets it go by. Cole Miller in the on-deck circle. And this will bounce out. Hydro cannot get it in the glove, and that'll bring the runner around from second. He's on his way to third. Daniels will not make the throw, and it's now 10-2.
Number
Royals.
7, Cole Miller.
As we come to Cole Miller now. Keeps runners at first and second with 1 out for the Royals. Miller on the day, 2 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. And he'll swing on the first pitch for strike 1. Puts Brendan Concepcion in the on-deck circle. Gorgeous day for baseball here at Lindbergh Craig Field. As we get an even count at 1, and the Maverick fans are not liking the call on that pitch. That will slide over the plate to get us at 1-2. Richardson likes what he sees from King, and now the stretch. Sliced on, it'll be foul out of play. Keeps Miller alive at 1-2. Game 2 coming up 20 minutes after this one finishes up. And a foul ball into the backstop makes it 1-2 on the count. Runners at first and second take their leads. And King will keep it in front of him. We go even on the count at 2. We'll have high school baseball or softball this week with Loyola Breakers as they take on Hamilton on Saturday in Hamilton. Or I mean on Monday, I apologize, it is Saturday. As we get a full count at 3-2. But Monday it's Loyola Breakers in Hamilton, and then Thursday it will be the last regular season game in Mission. And a walk to load the bases from Richardson. Brendan Concepcion to the plate now for the Royals with loaded bases and a 1 out. So Richardson likes what he gets, and now the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to hug the line down the third baseline. Runner from third's home. Runner from second will fall down. The ball still all the way at the wall. 2 more runs come in. Yearn came around the corner at third and went to the ground. Regardless, though, the Royals take a 13-2 lead over the Mavericks with a runner at third. And Ethan Opp, the left fielder. Here's the pitch by Richardson. High for ball 1. 1 out on the board. Runner at third. 4 runs earned here for the Royals. And King will let it get away. The runner from third's on his way down the line. And that will be a run for Billings to make it 14-2. Clears the bases as we get ball 2. And to the plate is Ethan Opp. He's got a 2-0 count. And Richardson will go outside. Makes it 3-0. Here's the Richardson pitch, and he'll get into the count at 3-1 now. Mavericks looking for 2 outs here to finish out the side and have their turn at bat. It's 14-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And a crank into right field. Daniels is going to have to chase it down. He's there. It's in the glove, and that'll be out number 2. Great job by Connor Daniels to hop on out there and get that one in the glove to put 2 down. Takes us to Brendan Miller. Miller to settle in with 2 out and nobody on. The Royals 5 runs in the 4th, 4 runs in the 6th, and now they've got 5 on the board so far here in the 7th as we get a ball pitch from Richardson. And that's going to tag Miller right in the shoulder. To put a runner on. And Noah Oftengarden.
Number 19, Noah Oftengarden,
will come to the plate. So a runner at first with 2 outs for the Royals. Top of the 7th. Oftengarden settles in. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run, as Richardson will throw ball 1. Oftengarden slices foul. Bridget Johnson comes out to restock. Cannon. Max Cannon behind the plate. The man, the myth, the legend. And Darren Badeau in the field. Game 2, we'll see those 2 swap. And a slice foul once again. Makes it 1-2 on the count, so Richardson will get ahead in the count. For the Mavericks, it'll be the bottom of the order. 9-1-2 as this one's into center field. Hill is there in the glove, and that's a side. So 5 earned, 1 left behind, and it's 14-2. Bottom of the 7th, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Bottom of the 7th inning, Mavericks and Royals. Royals lead 14-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Hello everyone, Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field as we get ready to go. It is Hinckley who came in and has held the Mavericks off. Hinckley in 2 innings pitched, he struck out 1, walked 1, and that is all he has allowed. No hits, no runs. And leading off, it's Dayton Bay for the Mavericks.
Number 1, Dayton
so
Bay.
9-1-2, Bay, Heydrich, and Frazier. Bring up Dayton Bay's stats here, as he is 0 for 1 with a walk, and Bay's going to start out with a bunt, and he'll get on! 3 Royals players there to pick up the ball, and that'll put Bay on base. Off the bunt. Takes us to the top of the order. Caden Heydrich, his 4th plate appearance of the day. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle. And Hydro will swing. It'll be a strike, but it gets away from Miller, and that allows Bay to get to second. So Bay to settle in now. 0-1 on the count. Hydro to settle in. Bay is at second. And Hydro will foul this one down the first base line to go 0-2. Heydrich, also a pitcher for the Mavericks. And he'll have this one into center field. Center fielder will have to come up. It'll hop in front of the center fielder. That'll move Bay down to third. So with no outs, the Mavericks will have runners on the corners.
Number 7, Dane Frazier.
And we come to Dane Frazier. Be a good time for Frazier to get on. Miller's going to stand in front of the plate to signal the field with runners at first and third. For the Mavericks, 2 runs off of 5 hits, but it's the 7 errors that have really cost them. And Frazier's got a good hit on this one. Center fielder is out there. It's in the glove. Bay's going to tag, and the Mavericks will add a run to make it 14-3 on the sac fly.
The pitcher, number 13, Trad Richardson.
Brings us to Trad Richardson, who has spent some time on the pitcher's mound today. His first opportunity to pitch this year. And it'll come inside for a ball. Richardson today 1 for 2 with a run. Here's Hinckley with the stretch. The lefty has done well today. Richardson will skin this one down the third base line. The throw to first is rocketed over and held on to. And that'll be out number 2. With Hydro making his way over to third. Drew Stensrud now, the third baseman. He's been all over the place today. Started out at first, spent some time on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and then slid his way over to third when Richardson took over. 2 down. And this one's down the third base line. The throw to first is high on target. A good stretch by Miller, and that is game. 14-3 is your final.
For game 1 for the Royals, 14 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. For the Mavericks, 3 runs, 5 hits.
So we'll have the next game in 20 minutes, folks. You've been listening to Missoula Mavericks baseball. We'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well,